So let's start this conversation about stroke. What is a stroke? How does it happen? Well, a stroke occurs when there's a disruption in blood flow to the brain. And it can happen in two ways. An ischemic stroke is a stroke that occurs when a blood clot or other blockage obstructs blood flow to a part of the brain, and that can happen in about 80 to 85% of people. The other type of stroke is very different. It's called a hemorrhagic stroke, and in this type, a blood vessel ruptures, leads to bleeding in the brain, tissue, or its surroundings. The question now is, well, why did a stroke even happen? Well, a stroke can happen to anyone at any age, but they're more common in older people. Not only does stroke increase with age, but it also increases if you have risk factors such as high blood pressure, diabetes, atrial fibrillation, or heart disease. Other important factors such as obesity, smoking, a sedentary lifestyle, and excessive alcohol can also cause a stroke. So you're probably thinking, okay, well, how can I prevent a stroke? Well, you can't change your age, but you can make a few adjustments to your lifestyle. If you were put on a blood pressure medicine, take the medicine. You have to know your numbers. If you're smoking, you've got to stop. Talk to your doctor about enrolling in a smoking cessation program. And if you're drinking, reevaluate how much you drink and decrease the amount. Now, if you're sitting too much, get up and walk. Walking is the best exercise you can do, and if you aim for 150 minutes per week of exercise, put walking in that regimen and walk it out. Once you start to move around, you may notice that your appetite or types of food may change. And this is where eating a diet in low sodium, low in fat, low in processing, and high in fruit and vegetables is really important. Not only do all these changes in lifestyle help to keep your heart healthy, but it keeps your brain healthy, and this could prevent cognitive or memory changes that occur after a stroke. Did you know that about 30% of people who've had a stroke develop cognitive and memory changes after a stroke? Some will even develop dementia. So by focusing on risk factors I just spoke about, you can also reduce the risk of developing cognitive memory decline after stroke. All of these things are doable, all of these things are achievable, and you can do it. So in the Chicagoland area, we see a lot of stroke. And we see a lot of stroke in different neighborhoods here on the South Side. So one of the things is that if you know the signs of stroke, you have to act fast. But once you've acted fast and you're in the hospital and the workup for stroke has occurred, now is the time to think about, well, what were those risk factors that got me into stroke? Some of them I named before, but a lot of them occur here on the South Side in our communities. It may seem overwhelming that, oh my goodness, how am I going to manage all this? But you can. The high blood pressure that we see here on the South Side, it can be managed. It can be managed with medicine and knowing your numbers. The sedentary lifestyle that we're often seeing with many of our adults, not just older adults, but that can be managed too by just walking. The diet issues that we see where people are saying, I don't know how to eat healthy. I don't know what I should eat. Talk to your doctor about diet and see how you can swap out some kind of foods that are more fried for more fruits and vegetables. These are all the things that are affecting our communities here on the South Side, and all of these things are modifiable. All of these things we can work together to make sure we have healthier communities.